I did remember some, but nothing that was so scary that it deterred me from pledging. Um, I heard about lineups. Okay, so lineup was we would all like late at night or whatever, 10 o'clock at night, and I think sometimes you had to wear all black or certain clothes. I mean, I haven't thought about this in a while, so. But we would meet at the dorm area where all the freshmen were, and we had to hold hands, and we had to walk over to the sorority house. And then I can remember going, we'd go down into the basement and we'd all be lined up, and we would be facing the wall and all the actives would be behind us. And I seem to recall holding hands, and then they would ask us questions about who were the founders and what's our flower and all those kinds of things.
No, I never thought I was being hazed during the pledging process.
I was actually in my head at the time. I remember being a little like, I thought that was what was supposed to happen. At a certain level, I almost expected to be hazed, and that never happened.
All right. I remember we were blindfolded, and we went and we were going to like the graves of the founders. So they blindfolded us, took us in cars, and we went, and we all had to kiss the grave of, there were 10 founders for Alpha Phi. Something like that. And I just remember being kind of silly and funny and trying to figure out, from their shoes, which actives were in the car with us and that kind of stuff. Again, I did not see any of it as negative back then. So, kind of bittersweet, I guess. I'm sad they don't do that fun stuff anymore, but probably better. Maybe there were people that didn't like it and didn't think it was good.
I think hazing in general is looked at a lot more seriously today than it was then. I think the great concern in years past was to make sure no one died from alcohol poisoning. Today, even asking someone to wear a blindfold could be considered hazing. I don't know how I feel about that personally.
And it really wasn't bad. I mean, I don't think it was. It brought the pledge class closer. And, they were kind of fun. They weren't scary. I don't know. It's definitely a different world today. I know that so much you can't do that kind of stuff because you would, it's hazing or you would be in trouble or those kinds of things.
Like, if they're not old enough to drink, no one should be forcing them to drink alcohol, right? I think that's pretty fair. You should just allow people to be in their own skin. I don't think you should make people get naked and do things that they don't want to do. But I think the differences between then and now are, we just don't want you to die compared to, we don't want you to be uncomfortable and have hurt feelings. So I don't know, I think it's changed a little bit in that regard. I would be ignorant to say, no, they don't. I mean, what I explained to you earlier with things like a blindfold or, maybe certain rituals that they may perform, yeah, I think it probably happens.
There's always mean girls everywhere, and I don't think that's ever going to change. I don't think it's ever sanctioned by the administration of the sorority or of the university. I think there's probably less here than there are maybe at a big university where you can kind of hide in the, in the ruffles. So, no, I've never heard of any hazing incidents from Alpha Chi, or any of the other sororities for that matter.